A Kengan Omega anime update. Tokita Oma vs Shenmue Long, the rise of Tokita Nico, another tournament, more manga series being added to this universe, and much more that will be occurring in Kengan Omega during 2025. Today, you will learn everything you need to know. Therefore, to begin, a Kengan Omega anime is something all of us want, and I've seen countless comments of people asking for any updates I could find. Coincidentally, the other day I had this mad lad in the Discord send me a screenshot he took from the official Kengan Ashura X account, where they posted with the claim, important announcement, anime Kengan Ashura, a sequel to the series will be produced and exclusively distributed on Netflix. As we all know, Kengan Omega is the direct sequel to Kengan Ashura, and actually left key parts out of the final Kengan Ashura chapter when adapting the recent anime season, with some pointing to the conclusion that they're possibly saving this part for a potential trailer. But the big issue I have with this post, this screenshot, is they seemingly deleted this. There is no information on their official website as well. Likewise from any of the other sources, that being the creators of the Kengan manga, the director of the anime, animation studio, etc. Nothing. However, in regards to the animation studio, Larks Entertainment, the people who created all the Kengan Ashura anime seasons so far, they have not announced any other work when it comes to anime they're creating since the recent Kengan season. Something that is probably good and means they're putting maybe a bit more time into Kengan Omega, of course if they're working on it. Something I would say is likely, considering Kengan is by far their most successful work. Alongside the series are actually performing pretty well on Netflix for what we know, which again is quite limited. Therefore, it's likely they'll be working on Kengan Omega's anime, but to keep it clear for everyone watching, at the start of 2025, we do not have any official information about the anime thus far. Now, before I go over what's going on with the current Kengan Omega manga and a new series entering this world, I have something for you mad lads that may help many of you watching. Today's video is sponsored by Aura. I know you enjoy getting scam calls and texts daily. I find myself yapping to random people trying to scam me on the regular, and sometimes you may find yourself second guessing whether a message was real or a scam. The social engineering used by these malicious individuals is evolving every year. Alongside the frequency of their calls is getting a bit crazy at this point. Answering many myself because it may be something important, simply wasting our time. That's where Aura can help. They remove your personal information from data brokers and people's search sites that can sell your information to various identity thieves and scammers, who somehow know your name every time they call now. Aura even provides military-grade encryption via their VPN to protect your internet connection, and this is just the beginning of what Aura provides. I get all of this in one app at one affordable price. I'm not leaving myself and my family vulnerable to data breaches and brokers, and if you don't want to either, you can go to aura.com/mysteriousweeb to try 2 weeks for free. That will be enough time for Aura to find out if any of your personal data is exposed. Now, while you think about all this, here is why Kengan Omega is going to be goated in the future of 2025, with the release of another manga from the author Sandrovich. Many of you already know Fist of the Seeker is set before Kengan Ashura, his own webtoon. How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift technically is in the same universe, a manga that recently finished. We have Star Striker Rich, which is pretty much the female version of Kengan that a lot of people are enjoying. On top of that, he recently announced that he's starting another manga, which could very well be part of the Kengan universe once again. Now Kengan Omega in 2025 has some wild fights occurring. We just got Shen Luhan pull up on Wulong and Yan wanting the connector to hand over his memories so he can gain this ultimate power, and as we know he's working with the Tiger Nuko for this. But as I've expressed in many videos, I do not and have never invested any stocks in this dude. I don't think his plan will succeed in any way, and have the feeling Nico is using him like everyone else in the story, getting a step closer to his ultimate goal, alongside his character profile highlighting his importance for the future to the utmost degree, as the one I view as the true and main villain in all of Kengan since the very start, even during the days when Tokita Oma's ultimate goal was to get revenge for his master, all this stemming back to the Tiger Nico, alongside this recent panel which pretty much is saying to me he's going to betray Luhan, and this isn't going to go too well for him. Also, when you consider that Yan is here alongside Wulong, someone who does not mess around for what we've seen of him so far. Therefore, will this be the end of Luhan in the story? Drop your predictions down in the comments. I believe it's very possible. Now the big fight we've been building up to for quite some time in the story, Tokita Oma vs Shen Wulong, which may decide the fate of the Kengan Association. Over the Real Champion tournament, we got to see their talks in the mountain, with Kuroki also being there. And with that said, I do wonder what the Beard's role is going to be moving forward, and whether he has his own improvements since talking with Wulong. That could be pretty interesting. But before this concludes, we have the Usher claim to Wulong that the next time we meet, I'm taking you down. But with all this said, it's very possible that there will be multiple fights occurring, as Nogi, when talking about the fight, mentioned it will be irregular and that it's scheduled for 6 months in the future. Also mentioning that the Real Champion tournament fighters will be recovered by then, implying to me that there could be some type of gauntlet occurring, a pathway that Wukong would be very down for, and may be the only option for them to even have a chance against this monster. Imagine multiple rounds against all these top tier Kengan Association fighters, somewhat weakening him or giving Oma, who's last, more knowledge to finally get that dub. But during these 6 months time skip, which we're currently experiencing in the manga, we see Oma doing further training, first with the pro wrestlers Haruo, Jose, and even Segabahashi now, showing his insane improvements, but understanding that this is not close to enough for what he needs to be a chance at taking out Wulong. Furthermore, it's very possible we could get Oma training with Koga at some point, due to his return to the current location and of course rise in the story, with it being possible that more passing down of the Nico style will occur, as previously Oma kinda hinted at that he may no longer be alive potentially in the future and that his end will occur, wanting to pass everything down to Oma. So with all this said, I'm very excited for this upcoming fight and whatever else is going to be added to it. Alongside that, the other key events is the Kure Ryan vs Gilbert Wu fight, something I do believe is going to be happening throughout 2025, and potentially the start of a new Annihilation tournament we previously got mention of before the Real Champion tournament, something that may also have Wulong participate in if they want to go down that pathway instead of the Gauntlet style, a new tournament with the Worm members also part of it, as a way to maybe conclude Kengan Omega, but we'll have to wait and see. There is many possibilities now. And with all that, I hope you enjoyed. Shout out to these members, the Mad Lads. Check out the new merch available for you guys. And that's it guys. Peace.